Hi there, I'm Jesse, co-founder here at Viima. Today, I'll give you a quick introduction to our product and company. You'll learn what we do, how we operate, why we do things like that, as well as how you can make the most out of our software. Let's get to it. Our mission at Viima is to democratize innovation and help organizations everywhere make more of it happen. In practice, that means that we work hard to offer organizations both the tools and the knowledge needed to succeed at that. While we're obviously still a long way from accomplishing our mission, we're well on our way and are in many ways already a clear leader in our field. What we're especially proud of is the fact that we've achieved all of that as a bootstrapped company, which is a rare feat for a software as a service company. The way in which we've achieved that is by working closely together with hundreds of companies and putting in countless of hours of research and development to try to help them refine their ideas into tangible outcomes. That work has taught us about the key challenges of the process, which in turn has gradually shaped our strategy and product offering. Anyway, what I believe has been one of the biggest success factors for us is our clear focus on trying to maximize the amount of value we create, not the amount we capture ourselves. That is perhaps best evidenced by our very generous free plan and the plenty of free materials we create for anyone interested in learning more about innovation. Trying to summarize everything we've learned from that research is always a bit of a challenge, but I think this picture here ultimately captures the essential. The basic premise is pretty simple. The best innovators in the world, no matter if they're a small team or a huge organization like Tesla or Amazon, are the ones that both have mature processes in place for turning ideas into tangible improvements that actually create value, but that also innovate at the scale of the entire organization. Now, what I mean with that is that if innovation and improvements are left for only a select few, the unfortunate reality is that no matter how great the technological breakthroughs might be, they rarely lead to true breakthrough success for the organization at large. Now, that requires a continuous commitment towards innovation, continuous improvement, and excellence across the organization. It's that fundamental philosophy that also guides the development of our software. Before we dive into the details, I'll give you a quick overview of our key design principles. In a nutshell, those are to provide an engaging and easy to use platform that you can get started with in minutes, but that is also flexible and robust enough to evolve with you as you learn and keep improving your processes, and that also scales as you grow your usage of the platform, even if you happen to be one of the biggest organizations in the world. Now, these are of course easier said than done, but our customers seem to think we've done a pretty good job at them. We often get asked how to make the most out of Viima, and I think a lot of it boils down to the fact that software, even if it's the best in the world, is ultimately just a tool. It's there to support and enable your work, but no software can innovate and implement your ideas for you. You're obviously still the real star of the show. So in practice, you'll do well as long as you remember a couple of things. First, ideas aren't worth anything if they aren't implemented. So make sure there's a solid process for making decisions and moving ideas into reality as soon as possible. Plan for the implementation from the get-go and don't leave ideas hanging around. Clear roles and responsibilities are very important here. And the second is that innovation is all about continuous learning and improvement. That applies for both any individual idea that you might be working on, but also for the innovation process at large. As mentioned, the best innovators in the world are always looking for ways to develop and adjust their own processes to accelerate their pace of innovation. So make sure to use our analytics to spot bottlenecks in your processes and use those insights to improve the way you work and innovate day in and day out, and the results will be there. Now, to wrap up, I'll give you a quick tour of Viima's main features. When you first arrive in Viima, you'll see our board view, which is this one here. Here you can basically find all of the ongoing processes, time-bound campaigns and challenges your organization has and that you have access to, and each of these is their own Viima board. The beauty of Viima is that while the basics are simple, you can customize pretty much everything about a Viima board, including the process, integrations, user rights, and so on. And as you can see, that makes Viima a super flexible tool. You can use it for everything from ESG to strategy, innovation, external stakeholder engagement, and even continuous improvement and Kaizen, and of course the occasional brainstorming session, workshop, or hackathon. Now, for each of the boards, you can also involve whomever you'd like to, be it just your own team, the whole organization, or even customers. And if you're an admin on some of these boards, you will also have access to an admin portal where you can see fine-grained analytics on the process and configure all of the settings for it. And all of that you can access via this menu here, but we won't go into more detail on that now. Let's next take a super quick look at one of the boards. Each board has their own process and categories of ideas, which you can see here on the left. Categories are the ones that are color-coded here. As you can see, everything on the left also operates as a search filter, so if you want to dive deeper and look for certain kinds of ideas, there's plenty of options here. Still, it's the ideas here that are always center stage on a Viima board. There are a couple of different views you might use. Some like this bubble interface, which is more playful, visual, and according to many customers, inspiring. But there's also a more traditional list view if you'd instead like to just see more information at once. You can easily add ideas just by clicking here, but the key is to actually develop the ideas and refine them, which on a Viima board usually happens collaboratively. When you click and open an idea, you can have a discussion and tag your colleagues, attach files, evaluate the idea, calculate business cases, and whatever else you might think of. What's more, Viima also integrates nicely with Microsoft Teams, Office 365, and is also available on mobile, so no matter where you get your ideas, Viima will be there for you. As you can see, the basic use is by design very simple and straightforward, but as mentioned, there's still a lot of flexibility in there once you get to know the system in more detail. That's it for our quick intro to Viima. This has obviously been just a quick teaser into what Viima could do for your organization, so if you'd like to learn more, please book a full demo via the link in the description below, or sign up for the free version of our product and get started right away. Best of luck with your innovation efforts.